Hello everyone, this is Nidhi. Welcome to our new segment Join the Revolution at LAWVS.com, where we invite best and brightest mind of the legal field, where they will share their insights and experiences of their legal journey. Today we have the privilege of interviewing Mr. Madhav Goswami, a law student of GLA University, Mathura. His journey has been nothing short of remarkable in the legal field. Welcome, Madhav.
Thank you, Nidhi, for inviting me here. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to LAWVS for consistently supporting me and providing me such a valuable opportunity.
It's fantastic to have you here, Madhav. Madhav, can you start by sharing a bit about your journey in law and what initially sparked you to choose Moot Court competitions?
I decided to pursue career in law after class 10th only. Now the question comes, what motivated me to pursue career in the field of law? So I used to watch a serial named Adalat, and from there I got inspiration to make my career in the law, and this serial was really a game changer for me. After that I made a vast research on the same, and I found this profession such a noble profession that I couldn't wait was to complete my 12th and decided to pursue career in the field of law.
During Moot Court competitions, handling judges' questions and critiques is crucial. How do you approach these challenges and maintain composure under pressure?
So now this is a question which has been frequently asked by my juniors and by other fellow colleagues. So as per my experience in the mooting, I can analyze this question into three situations. The situation one is when one knows the answer properly. So in this case it is very simple, you should proceed with your answer. Second situation comes where the one is in a situation of dilemma, that whether my answer will be correct to the respective question asked by the judges. In that situation, what you can do, as per my experience I am telling you, you can proceed with your answer. You can give your answer to the judges. If they say that yes, your answer is right, then it is no problem. Furthermore, on the other hand, if they say that your answer is wrong as per our interpretation, so simply do not engage in any hustle or in any heat argument with the judges. It suppresses your arguments, it suppresses your impression before the judges. So in this case, what you can do, you can simply proceed that your honors, your lordships, this is my interpretation, and now the ultimate authorities rests upon this court. This is a very simple answer in second situation. Third is, I am completely blank. I have no answer to the question asked by the judges. So in that case, do not beat around the bush. Judges do not like this activity of counsels. What you can do, you can just say, I seek or I beg the pardon of your lordships on the same. So that is the situation. I would like to concise it again. Situation 1, when you know the answer properly, please proceed with your answer. Situation 2, when you are in a dilemma that whether the answer could be correct or whether the answer could be wrong, please proceed with your answer. And if judges pointed you that yes, your answer is wrong, or we are not satisfied with your answer, or there might be any other interpretation of the answer which judges wanted to listen. So what you can do, you can say that your lordships, this is the answer as per my interpretation, and rest the ultimate authority lies upon the court. This is a very simple way. Do not engage in any hustle with the judges. Third, when I am completely blank, I do not know any answer, I do not have any point for the question asked by the judges, what you can do, you can simply beg sorry from the judges and continue by saying that the counsel seeks pardon for the same.
How have these experience of Moot Court competition influenced your understanding of law and advocacy?
So this is a very interesting question. So I would like to answer this question with a situation, and that is the reality of my life. I started participating in the National Moot Court competition from the end of my second year of the course. So before this, I used to study for my exams from the PPTs or from any other relevant material available on the internet. But now in Moot Court competition, what is the essential requirement? The one should be well versed with the language given in the B.A.LL.B Act. Notwithstanding, provided that. So you should be very well versed with the B.A.LL.B Act. I used to found B.A.LL.B Act or reading a B.A.LL.B Act a very tedious or boring task. But once I get exposed to this competition, I found reading B.A.LL.B Act very interesting, and one can clear his or her concepts of law with the help of B.A.LL.B Act. So the first change which I found in myself after participating in National Moot Court Competition was that I started reading the B.A.LL.B Acts. Second change, in exams we used to face the question related to case studies. So what I used to do, I used to juggle the concepts earlier, and I used to throw those concepts in the examination paper. So after participating in National Moot Court Competition, the one become very well versed with the art of applying the law in the matters, in the facts applied. So once you will start participating in this competition, you will found a change in yourself, that first you will start liking the B.A.LL Act, second you will start understanding the B.A.LL Act, third you will start finding that how easy it is to answer the question which are case studies in nature. Means the one will start liking the analytical questions irrespective of theoretical questions. That is the foremost thing which I found in myself after participating in the National Moot Court competitions. So in turn, the National Moot Court competition helps in your academics as well. Yes, the third and the very important point, suppose you are in third year and you are preparing a moot based on international commercial arbitration. So what I found in the syllabus of various universities, that in the fifth year the university used to taught such a specialized subject, that is international commercial arbitration. So when I was in the second year, my second moot, that was the International Moot Court Competition, I found the moot proposition based on the subject of international commercial arbitration. Although in my academics I haven't read this subject yet, but what happened, I'll read this subject in my final year, that is the upcoming semester. So what I found, I read that subject in the end of second year only. Now this will benefit me. So if I would summarize, first you will start liking the B.A.LL Acts, second your analytical or reasoning will increase, third you will able to summarize the concept very fast, and the fourth you will study the subjects in advance, which in turn will make you advance from other fellow law students who is restricting himself or herself within the four walls of classroom.
Madhav, your accomplishment in the legal research and writing are truly impressive. Could you shed some light on the pivotal role that legal writing and research play?
So as I already stated in the last segment only, that your written submission should be best. So that should convince the judge with your line of argument. Now in order to prepare a best written submission, you have to focus on the arguments advanced portion of a memorial. Now in order to prepare good arguments advanced, you should be well versed with the eminent structure which is required to be followed while framing or while drafting the arguments advanced. First, statute referred. The very first part of writing an argument advanced is you should write the statute, means the relevant section, the relevant provision which should be applied to that issue which you have framed. Now after writing those legal provisions, you should provide a key insight of that section in a subtle language. So I should write that provision initially in the language of B.A.LL Act. After that I have to decode that provision in my language. Now the very important part which I like to provide here is, which I like to emphasis upon here is, you should use the legal keywords notwithstanding, provided that, and yes, the first line of your argument should be, it is humbly submitted before this honorable court. Okay? Now after writing this line, one has to prepare the analysis of the facts with the related law. You have quoted the provision, you have provided the analysis of the provision that has been entailed in the submission. After that you have to correlate the facts with the applied provision of law. Now the question comes whether we have to incorporate some judgments or precedents. Now remember, I would like to highlight a key element over here, that is the doctrine of stare decisis, which is required to be followed while preparing the memorial. Now what is doctrine of stare decisis states? It states that before which court you are appearing, you should quote the judgment of higher court. Suppose if I am appearing in a matter before the honorable high court. Now if I am appearing before the honorable high court, I am not required to quote the judgment of high court, because it would be of persuasive value only. I am required to quote the judgment of Supreme Court because I am appearing before the High Court. So I am required to quote the judgment of higher forum. After that, I have written the provision, I have analyzed the fact. Now the question comes, what judicial precedent I am required to incorporate in the written submission. As I have already told you that we are required to quote the judgment of higher forum. Now do not copy and paste the judgment. That is very important. A judgment has two parts, that is ratio decidendi of the judgment, which is binding upon the courts. Second is obiter dicta, which means the suggestions or observation which has been made by the honorable court in a given matter. So please remember, do not incorporate the obiter dicta. Judges will directly confront you on the same that why have you quoted the obiter dicta. It is not binding even on the district courts, because it is merely an observation. The thing which is binding, the element which is binding is ratio decidendi. And remember, your analysis of the judgment should be in your language only, not the copy paste, as I already said. So after writing the judgments, I have to present my conclusion. Now in conclusion, what I have to do? I have to prepare a summarized version of what I have entailed in my entire argument. That yes, the counsel for respondent or the counsel for petitioner, as the case may be, humbly submits or finally submits before this honorable court that it should be held in the instant matter, suppose anything. Okay, so now what is the format? The first, quote any relevant provision of law. In that what I told you, you can initially quote the language of Bayer Act, and after that you have to decode that section in your language only. Now second, make an analysis of the fact. Third, corroborate that facts with the relevant law that you have applied. And fourth, the conclusion.
Alright Madhav, let's move to the memorial part. So what was the strategy to prepare memorial, and what is the process for preparing memorial?
So I would like to highlight a very interesting fact over here. What I used to found in the junior law students or in my fellow colleagues, that yes, they have made the team of 3 people. 2 are speakers and 1 is researcher. What they used to formulate, that researcher has the entire responsibility. He is the researcher, he will make the memorial, he will make the research, and we speakers will only speak whatever the researcher has written. This is a very wrong approach. Remember, speakers are entrusted with more responsibility than the researcher, because they have to present the case. They have to face the question of judges. I'm not saying, I'm not diseliminating the researcher over here. Yes, researcher has its own part, but I am saying that speakers are entrusted with more responsibility. They have to present the case. They have to respond to the question asked by the judges. So it is very important that the entire team should divide their responsibility. Suppose if I have decided that I will present as a speaker 1, I have decided that I will present 2 issues, and my fellow speaker, that is speaker 2, will present the 3rd issue. So in correspondence or in additional with the researcher, I should start making research or start drafting the arguments, because ये कहा जाता था पहले, I would like to highlight a very interesting thing, कि जो हमने लिखा है, the thing which we have written, वो हमको ज़्यादा जल्दी याद होती है, because वो खुद हमारी राइटिंग में हमने खुद उसके लिए लेबर किया है. मैंने किसी चीज़ के लिए लेबर ही नहीं किया है, हार्ड वर्क ही नहीं किया है. How could I deal that effectively? That is very important, which I am telling over here. कि speakers जो हैं, वो भी अपना पढ़ें. They should also start reading. They should also draft argument, and in turn, they should be very clear with their stand. What the stand they are demanding from the honorable court. I would like to highlight a very recent example of mine. I was appearing in a national moot court competition. The moot proposition involves the entangled fusion of section 302 of IPC, that is murder, and section 304A of IPC, that is death by negligence. Now the judge asked me, I was rebuting, I was saying, I was contending before the court that this matter is covered under section 304A of IPC and not section 302 of IPC. The judge asked me how. Now if I will not prepare the argument, if I will not study, if I will not research, and the researcher will do the entire thing, how could I be able to answer that question effectively? So that is a very important stance. After that, while making a memorial, remember your format should be very well drafted. The case citations, the article and law journal citations. And yes, remember, the one more important thing for a good memorial is compendium. Judges oftenly ask while you are quoting any judgment, how could judge be know that this judgment is true and what you are quoting is true? This will only be possible if you have prepared and submitted the compendium before the judges. Now while using the compendium, you have to remember the page number on which you have to remember the page number through which you have written a portion of judgment in your memorial. So if I would like to summarize this question, that what is the strategy of preparing a best memorial? First and the foremost task, do not avoid your responsibility. Second, make a detailed strategy that yes, if I am addressing issue 1 and issue 2, I should write issue 1 and issue 2 myself only. I should not transfer that responsibility on the researcher. This is a very bad strategy. Third, I should be very clear with the written submissions which I have written in the memorial. Fourth, I should be very well versed with my stance or my point of argument which I am delivering before the Honorable Court. Fifth, the well structured and drafted memorial, that is case citation, article and law journal citations. And sixth, credibility of the judgments or the judicial precedents that you are quoting in your memorial, and it should be linked with the compendium. You should prepare a compendium. You should highlight the relevant portion of judgment which you have used for your memorial. You should quote the page number immediately. Remember, this is for speakers only. While you are quoting any judgment, suppose if I am quoting, the council would like to draw the attention of this honorable bench on the very famous case of this and this. So, referring, I should also quote, referring page number 1 of the compendium supplied to the bench. So, this is the foremost and a very concise strategy that one should adopt for making a good written submissions.
Madhav, it's really insightful so far. We got to know the basic information about Moot Court Competitions memorial. Would you like to suggest any final tip for our viewers?
So, if I would ask about the final tips, I would like to say the same in the pointers. First, start participating in such competition from the mid of your first year only. Do not believe on a very popular myth that first year student cannot participate in such competition. I am the president of Moot Court committee in my institute, where I made a significant reform in the rules which were set it earlier, that now the first year students will also participate. As a result of the same, I have been successful in ensuring the participation of 2 teams from the first year only. In fact, we have recently conducted the intra-mock trial advocacy competition in the month of Feb 2024, wherein the LAWVS was also our collaborating partner and the supporting partner, and you will not believe, the team of first year were the winners, and they defeated the team of third year who were well versed with the knowledge of criminal laws like IPC, CRPC, evidence, and they defeated the first year students. Please believe me, the first year students defeated the third year students. So yes, do not believe on the myth that first year student cannot participate. Start participating from the first year of your course only. Second, be confident on your written submissions. What you have written, what you are demanding from the court, what is your line of argument, these all the answers should be well framed in your mind. There should be no scope of confusion. Third tip, I would like to say that what I found in student is they used to juggle night. They used to juggle at night regarding the argument. They used to prepare at night. So do not do that. Take an appropriate sleep before the competition, because it will enhance your productivity and it will keep you fresh. Do not work the entire night and study or juggle the memorial. What I found is teams used to juggle the memorial. Do not juggle the memorials. Fourth, very important, eye contact with the judge. You should have a proper eye contact with the judges. Judges, while you are making the eye contact from them, they develop an image in favor of you that yes, being a law student, you are appearing before such a renowned legal professional, means advocate of Supreme Court, a judge, or the retired justice, whoever the judge is. So if you are making such an eye contact with the judge, it will definitely serve as a positive for your consistency, hard work, and the preparation that you are representing before the judges. Judges find this very challenging, interesting, and surprising, and appreciates the same. Fourth, what I used to found is the students, while preparing their oral submission and delivering the same before the judges, always used to be formal very much. Obliged, your lordships, indeed, your lordships. Do not make such formal obligations. Do not make such formal attributes before the judges. Judges always hate such formal words. At every line, you are not required to say, indeed, your lordship, I am obliged, your lordship. Be very confident and be very normal. Do not integrate yourself into such formal attributes. At last, tip from my side for the law students who are preparing for such competitions is be confident on what you have prepared. अपने आप को रियल एडवोकेट ही समझ लो कि मेरा केस है आज कोर्ट में. You may found it elusive. I would like, हाँ मैं एक एग्जांपल यहाँ पे देना चाहूँगा. I appeared for an international Moot Court competition organized by Indore Law Institute, Indore, Madhya Pradesh. I was in quarter-finals round. The person who was judging me was the pass out of National Law University, Bangalore, and he was serving in the field of litigation from last 15 years. Suppose. So you can suppose what type of knowledge and what will be the level of knowledge of that person. When I approached the podium, he asked me, "Counsel, what is your enrollment number?" And I was just, enrollment number? So he was asking, "Yes, counsel, what is your enrollment number? You have been registered in the bar, and what is your enrollment number?" I said, "Sir, I am a student," because I was a fresher at that time in this competition. I stated him that, "Sir, I am a student. How can I have enrollment number at this time?" So he stopped the court proceeding immediately and said me, "जब तक तुम अपने आप को एडवोकेट नहीं समझोगे, जो तुम्हें सुनना है वो भी तुम्हें एडवोकेट नहीं समझेगा. जब तुम यहाँ पे आ रहे हो, तुम अब स्टूडेंट नहीं हो, तुम एक एडवोकेट हो. हाइपोथेटिकल केस है, हाइपोथेटिकली सब कुछ है, तो अपना रोल नंबर ही बोल देते, यूनिवर्सिटी रोल नंबर ही बोल देते, XYZ कोई भी नंबर बोल देते, एनरोलमेंट नंबर. इसमें क्यों नहीं, जब एडवोकेट होगे तो एनरोलमेंट नंबर होगा. सो दैट इज व्हाट आई एम सेइंग. अपने आप को एडवोकेट ही समझ लो व्हेन यू आर अपीयरिंग बिफोर द ऑनरेबल बेंच. So these are the last tips, and further I have entailed everything in the question as asked by you only, and I found, and I hope that law students will get benefit from this interview.
Thank you, Madhav, for being here with us and sharing your story as a winner of Moot Court competition. Your success shows how hard work pays off. It's really great to hear your story and tips for success.
Thank you, LAWVS. Thank you, Nidhi, for inviting me here, and I hope that these insights would really help the law students. And I guess my interview will result in enhanced participation in national Moot Court competitions. Thank you.
And if you want to be here like Madhav Goswami, you can send your CV on info@lawvs.com, and if your CV got selected, you will be called. Thank you.